The Owl made an early leadership from Bailey Cadarmateri, and only 5 minutes later, Josh returned to the low cross. Rovers developed while wearing games and levels through Sam Szmodics. However, Wednesday controversially went ahead for the second time. The Danish head coach was initially reserved for complaints and was sent shortly after. Johnson had objections for the foul of Rovers in the box as he carried him and then finished. Rovers had 10 minutes to get a score, but he struggled to create a clear thing. Instead, they accepted the opposing attack to end the hopes of a point. Josh Windass ran after a quick break and did not make a mistake to win the match on Wednesday. Tomasson was forced to mix his package once again, with more injury consuming his options. ARNOR Sigurdsson was last name added to increasing list of non-growing players, and groin injury kept him out. Tyrhys, Dolan and Harry Leonard. Scott Wharton's defense back to defenseHe directed line with his return. This meant that Rovers calls Rovers an exact number of championships, starting its third matches within 7 days. You can understand a few tired legs that could not return to Tomasson's team. House owners showed an early leadership in an early stage. James Hill's Wayward title was taken by Barry Bannan, who feeds Josh Windass from the left. Wednesday, in middle of week against Leicester City by late echolayzırlarını rapidly out of buoy. However, the high pressures left where they can exploit Rovers' running and crossings. Wednesday remained on the rise and Leopold Wahltedt had to sharp down to deny Josh Windass. Then the Old Owls saw a shot from the box after finding too many places. Tomasson's men were a separated exhibition, but they began to find more rhythm while half was worn. The best chance fell man in the form. Szmodics.Kutu returned, but it was not properly connected to left foot strike, which gave Dawson a chance pace to baggage and give Wednesday ahead. Szmodics was hard of reverse best game after the break and fired in a low cross front of Castle line. It was a warning side. Blackburn then loved them later. Continuous pressure. Rovers had little chance to get a chance for Rovers, but he chose the best scorer of big Cross Rovers from Hill and went to number 14 on the back pole. He just looked like a winner from that stage. But the gods of football had other ideas. Johnson was allowed to move ball into the Rovers box and fell throughout goal. He was reserved for Tomasson protests and was soon sent. And Rovers had a foul in the accumulation of target with Adamant. Repeats showed that Callum Paterson hired Hill in the area and prevented Johnson from closing it in the box. Rovers caught the opposing attack as they forward. Windass avoided defense and did not make a mistake to do 3. Despite the defeat, Rovers still remain 7th behind 2 points behind the playoff.